Hi, I'm Ian Riñon, an independent alternative media practitioner among other things, and as you can see, I have a mug, so that means it's another episode of Brewed Banter. Tara, kape tayo. So, yesterday I was in, ba't naggaganto yung ano ko? So, actually this is the third time that I'm trying to record this, and yeah, nagja-jump siya yung video na to, so I hope it's not jumpy as well in the final process. But then again, mga kababayan, yesterday I was in Vermosa, and I basically recorded or live streamed an episode of the Intrepid show there. So, kumbaga, Biglaang live. Nagbiglaang live ako doon. And I tackled a lot of things there. So, from Bunja to Jinggoy Estrada to Pawi Fornea to the CBCP's call to return to churches for mass. And isa sa mga sa mga tinakal ko doon ay tungkol sa autistic representation. And the reason why I have done that is because Park Yun Bin is in Manila. And if you don't know Park Yun Bin, if you're living under the rock, she just happened to portray Woo Young-woo in the Netflix series Extraordinary Attorney Woo. And in that series, Woo Young-woo is autistic. Now, this is not the only Netflix series right now that has autistic representations in it. Chloe Hayden played Quinni in Heartbreak High, and it's also in Netflix. I'm not sure kung kung napapanood siya dito sa Pilipinas or may mga nanonood neto sa Pilipinas. I'm not sure, but it would be very nice to know, or it would be nice to know if there are people who have been watching Heartbreak High as well, as aside from Extraordinary Attorney Woo, if they're very curious about autism. So, yun lang naman yung sa akin. Now, understandably, while I'm not supposed to be rehashing or repeating what I said in that Biglaang live, ilalagay ko lang sa description sa baba yung link dun sa Biglaang live na yun, kasi I'm not sure if I'm gonna be even uploading it or uploading it here on YouTube. But to put the long story short, I said there na that's an autistic representation. But let me expand it further. You see, mga kababayan, there are some flaws in both Extraordinary Attorney Woo and Heartbreak High. So, dun muna tayo sa Extraordinary Attorney Woo. So, may kilala ako na he's actually diagnosed as an autistic, and he's very much questionable at best with Park Yun Bin and the production house that produced Extraordinary Attorney Woo, dahil nga Park Yun Bin is not autistic. Basically, she might be neurotypical, but she studied psychology. And in all fairness to Park Yun Bin, she refused the role outright. Dahil nga, hindi siya autistic, and she studied psychology. So, kahit papano, nagkaroon pa siya ng delikadesa na, I'm really sorry, I cannot do this because I'm not on the spectrum, I'm not affected by this. Marami akong mababangga dito. That's basically Miss Park's explanation, and she told the public that she has a moral responsibility for playing that role, but instead they have insisted on having her portraying it, but as a catch, or as a compromise, I guess. Ni-research nila tungkol sa autism, but it's just questionable how did they fare with autistic Koreans and autistic Koreanophiles. So there are some autistic Koreans that are saying na medyo problematic yung representation ni Park Hyun-bin dahil nga if a brilliant attorney like Woo Young-woo is to be uh, is to be accepted for the profession that that she has, she would have been masking. And when I say masking, ito yung tinatago mo yung neurodivergent traits mo para lang para lang makisama ka, or so that you can fit in. It really is really is hard to mask, and a lot of neurodivergents, not just autistics, are very sick and tired of masking, especially in this society, or especially in this especially here in the Philippines, na pahirapan din ng assessment and diagnosis, lalong-lalo na, at ang tingin ng mga tao dito ang autism ay para lang sa mga bata. So lumalaki din at tumatanda din ng mga autistics, mga kababayan. So it's not a good point. Yun lang na masasabi ko. And it's the criticism is very has its own merits, kasi nga naman bakit tinuloy pa ni Park Hyun-bin yung pag-acting niya, and bakit kinailangan pa niyang bakit pa kailangan gawin to ng production house na and I guess it's a fair point, but I'll deal with the reason why I wanted to talk about this in the first place. But anyway, mga kababayan, you also have Heartbreak High. So Chloe Hayden is an actually diagnosed autistic actor. Nasa YouTube din siya. She just went back to YouTube after a hectic schedule, because she's not just an actor, she also wrote her own book, which is different not less. I'm not sure kung maipapublish siya dito sa Pilipinas, but probably not. Ewan ko lang. But hopefully the sales of her book would be very much good, that it would be considered to be published here in the Philippines. So yun lang naman na masasabi ko. So Chloe Hayden portrayed Quinni in Heartbreak High, and I think it's not really my cup of coffee, yung Gen Z representation doon. It may be a little bit over the top, and let's say it's a little bit hyper realistic, but for all it's worth, autistic representation in Heartbreak High was absolutely genuine. Kasi number one, autistic yung actor. Chloe Hayden is autistic. She has been advocating for all her life, or for all her career on YouTube, and now that she has other streams of income, such as her book and her acting career and all that shit, it really is something na I think in-outshine pa nga niya si Kayla Cromer kung di ako nagkakamali, kasi Chloe is not the first ever female actor who portrayed an autistic role in a TV series, or in a media representation for that matter. Kasi si Kayla Cromer yung pinakauna for Everything's Gonna Be Okay, if I'm not mistaken. And then yun nga, I'm not sure whatever happened to Kayla Cromer. And then Chloe announced that she's gonna be in a Netflix show, and the rest is history. So yun lang naman. But then again, yun nga, while I recognize that there are some taints of reality with that autistic representation, and the very show in general, it really is not everybody's cup of coffee or tea, as Taylor Heaton, aka Mom on the Spectrum, has pointed out in her reaction to Heartbreak High. So yun lang naman yun. But then again, for Chloe and for that acting of hers in Heartbreak High, I would absolutely recommend that. So yun lang naman yun. So let me go ahead and have a synthesis on this, kasi there are people who are saying na yun nga, mas maganda pa ang Heartbreak High kaysa Extraordinary Attorney Woo. I'm not sure if there are any discussions like that, but of course there are people who favor Woo Young-woo's autism or Quinni's autism. But I think it's a good thing here to balance it. Na when we say if you met one autistic person, we have to mean it. Kasi Woo Young-woo and Quinni are just two different autistics, and there are a lot of them in the world, and we just have to understand their individual struggles and quirks, and we have to accept them for who they are. So in Woo Young-woo's case, I think natatanggap naman nila. Of course, it's still a long way to go dahil may season 2 'yon. May binabalak na season 2 'yon. As for Quinni, it's a good thing na it's really realistic, but of course everyone relates to her, and they are looking forward as well for the development of her character in season 2. So parehas may season 2 itong mga shows na to. So abangan ang susunod na kabanata. Yun lang ang masasabi ko. So I guess as a parting shot for this Brewed Banter, I think ang masasabi ko lang ay you just have to understand people for who they are. Don't put them in the box. And I understand it's a very hard saying for me as well, kasi I'm struggling as well to get myself sorted out and these kind of stuff. And siguro ang masasabi ko lang mga kababayan, you should be how do I say this? Just understand that not all neurodivergent people are like the ones that you see on TV, on movies, on Netflix. Iba-iba yan, okay? Yung autism ni Woo Young-woo, iba sa autism ni Quinni, at iba rin sa autism ni Juan de la Cruz na nakikita nyo sa mga posts sa Facebook ng mga nanay. And at iba rin siya sa autism ng mga matatanda na late diagnosed, and they are the autistics who have been masking their autism for the longest time, and they just wanna tell everyone it's not what you think. Okay? So I guess parang primer na rin ito sa part 3 ng Autism in the Philippines series ko, and I'm developing that script. Hinahanapan ko na lang ng oras para tapusin yung script na yon. And I would also try to finish that series before 2022 ends. Ang final part nun ay tungkol sa mga autistic coded Eraserhead songs, and nagkataon lang din na magkakaroon sila ng concert sa December 22, which happens to be my bloody birthday. But yeah, I'll get that sorted out. And hindi ko na siya magagawa ng late December dahil nga pagdating ng December 15, Simba Gabi, Misa de Gallo na. So I'll try to wrap it up before December 15. So wish me luck, and yun lang naman. I hope you find this video well. If you like this, please like it. Share it to those who are these kind of topics. Subscribe to this channel. Ring the notification bell by selecting all. And if you're generous enough, I have accounts on Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, Ko-Fi, and PayPal. The links to them are in the description below. So, I guess I'd offer this toast for all neurodivergents out there. Autistics, ADHDers, everyone who has been labeled as different. And I would like to tell you that you're different, not less. And sometimes being different is cool. And as someone who has been suspecting to be different as well, Peto, it's good to be different. To all of you, cheers. Yun, naubos din yung kape na yun. Anyway, with all that said, this is Intrepid Ian Riñon reminding you to, at all times, be the salt of the earth and the light of the world. Until then, look alive, stay alive, be kind to yourself and to each other, and make sure to understand where they are coming from. And as always, thank you for watching. From Intrepid HQ, see you next time. Ian out.